Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. I wanted to make this vlog post-workout because there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about that are on my mind, and I find that talking about things and putting them up for a kind of public discussion really helps me get over it. So that's what I'm going to do. That being the case, kind of setting the stage in that manner, I had a very difficult day in the gym today, both mentally and physically. It was deadlift day today. And in order to understand what was going through my mind, I think I need to set the story appropriately. So prior to starting this program, I gave Dan my max deadlift of 575, which was done in October at an RIPL powerlifting meet. And that 575 was done on my second attempt. And that 575 was actually a 25-pound PR for me from my previous max of 550, which was done 2 weeks prior at an IPA meet in Connecticut towards the end of September. So within the span of 2 weeks, I set 2 PRs for deadlift, 550 and then 575. Now after that 575 pull, I actually had another attempt left in me, so I decided to try for 585. It did not go up, and in the process, I kind of tweaked my back a little bit. Probably should have known better and just taken a pass at the attempt and been happy with the PR, but you know, it's kind of hard to do when you're in the heat of the moment and you want to try to set a new PR. So from there, my back really wasn't feeling it. And I'm the type of person who doesn't like failure. Let's kind of admit it. No one likes failure or being rejected. Kind of in the same lines in my mindset. So it was really disheartening to me. And I spent the next several weeks trying to find my form again. You know, I kind of equated it to a baseball hitter getting in a slump, kind of the mechanics break down. So I took a couple of weeks to really get things back on track. And you saw a lot of that when I started the cube method before working with Dan. So that being the case, when I got the cycle program for this week and a half, so I'm on cycle 4 right now, I looked at today when I first got it and I was like, oh crap, because what it called for was 2 sets of deadlifts at 600 pounds for 2 reps each, with the second set possibly having a third rep if I had more left in the tank. So not only would this be a 25-pound PR for me, but I had to get multiple reps. And my mind was playing a lot of tricks on me. And I've been kind of thinking about this a lot this week. And what I really decided and what I was really trying to reinforce in my mind is you're going to fail 100% of the lifts that you don't attempt. And you can't really be afraid of failure because that's where you really progress. You learn a lot. And that's always been true. Anytime I've failed with anything in lifting or in life, you go back and you look at things and you try to make adjustments so that it doesn't happen again. But still, it was tough going in, not to mention the fact that this week has been a hell week in a way where I've been setting some really good PRs for myself in terms of squatting. So I squatted Monday, I squatted Wednesday. I had 2 chest days already in the past 7 days where usually it's only 1 time per week. So I've been making a ton of progress in those lifts, and add that on top of the fact with deadlifts today, there's a lot of doubts in my mind, and I think it really showed in the gym. So that being the case, I was only able to get 600 for 1 rep, and that was the only thing I did. So I wasn't able to get a second rep on that first set. I attempted a second set, but I just really couldn't get the bar to break the ground. And I didn't want to mess up my back. I have a week and a half or so, or 2 weeks before my competition. This is just something to learn from in my mind. I got to do a better job about my mechanics because based off my programming, it's a lift that I should have gotten, and all the weeks previous has been building up to that, and that's why Dan had me do that today, because based off my lifting capabilities, this was something that should have been attainable. So we're going to have to go back and maybe change some things a little bit, but it's disheartening, but in the same time, it is a 25-pound PR for me. So the silver lining is I'm making a lot of progress, and it's just a matter of mechanics and getting my mind right. Now, before we get to the actual lift, I just have one favor of you guys. I've just been talking about Dan and how great I've been progressing on his program. He's actually up for Lifter of the Year on powerliftingwatch.com. If you're not familiar with the website, it's a great source to find out powerlifting meets near you, regardless of where you are in the world. So it's a global website. It's what I use to find all my meets, as well as there's like a community where you can find equipment that's being sold for cheaper than usual, as well as find out meet results and all sorts of things. But Dan's up for Lifter of the Year. I'm going to include a link in the description box. If you guys could, go and vote for him if you feel he deserves it, which I think he does. He set a new world record in the 242-pound weight class. He's a really nice guy, and I couldn't think of a better person to have it, although there is some fierce competition up there. So if you click on the link and vote for Dan, I know I would appreciate it, and I know he would as well. It's nothing where you have to register for it or fill out a bunch of stuff or sign in with your Facebook. You just go to the website, click on Dan, and click for vote. If you could do that, I really appreciate it. So let's get to the 600 for 1, which is a new PR, but still a bitch mode move on my part, and I really can't wait to get back in the gym and try it again. So we'll talk to you guys soon. I'm not going to do any commentary. In the meantime, as always, stay big.